Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'd like to delve into one of VulnHub machines, which is Shenron 3. I will put the link into the video below so that you can download and play the machine on your own. I've already imported this machine into the VirtualBox, so then we can head over to Linux to begin with. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be net discover. Let me autocomplete the command and hit enter. So as you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 168. In other videos, I've already explained what the first two IP addresses are for or used for, okay? So now, what are we going to do next? We need to conduct port and surf scanning with the map. To save time of this video, I've already done that before. So now, we can get out its result. As you can see over here, I took the options like scene scan, the default script scan, virtual scan, followed by the full range port scan. And the last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So then we can retrieve a map scanning results when necessary, whenever, okay? And from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target machine has only one open port, and the port is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information Apache 2. And also by its default scripts scanning, we know that the target is running WordPress. So what are we going to do next? We need to continue our enumeration of web application, both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser. To do the manual enumeration first, we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. And Shenron 3. And I think we need to check its source code. So I think it's important to append this host name to the host file. And let me check cat hosts. Maybe there is some kinds of a cache. And I think we need to append this entry of the IP address and its corresponding host name. And then we can press enter. Now, if you refresh the page, of course, now we can get the rendered site properly. Okay, hello world. Next, we can check its source code. I've already opened up the source code already, but nothing special here. Next, we can check whether we can access robots file. As you know, robots file contains entries for crawlers. And I think for any pen tester, we need to check this file, okay? But in this case, not found. Next, we can launch the Lateral to conduct automatic enumeration. And we can get the version information. Although some of output is incorrect, for example here, Drupal link, I don't think the target is running a Drupal CMS. I think it's running WordPress. Okay, next we can launch GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. And we can use its subcommand dir, which stands for directory, and then we can use -u option to specify the URL of the target. And we can use the W option to specify the word list, the buster directory, and extension option. Press enter. And now GoBuster starts its directory enumeration. Although GoBuster almost immediately discovered several directories and also files, but I think most of them, or maybe all of them, belong to WordPress applications or WordPress installations. Nothing interesting here, because I do not want to waste your time. So I'd like to interrupt the GoBuster here, because we cannot find anything else. So what shall we do next? Because the target is running WordPress, we need to, we need to make particular enumeration with this WordPress. And the utility I'd like to use is WordPress again. This is a built-in utility of any canonical distribution. Okay, and I'd like to use the URL option to specify the target information. Okay, and we can use the option of -e to specify the type of information you want to enumerate. In this case, I use U and comma P. It means that we want to enumerate both usernames and plugins. Press enter. It's finished very quickly and has already found a domain user. And so now I think we can conduct the password cracking for this user. And I'd like to use Rocky word list. This is a very big word list. And if we cannot make successful cracking within a reasonable period of time, and then I think we need to, launch more comprehensive enumeration with plugins. And let me explain what I mean in action. So we can use the H option to get its usage. So if we cannot brute force passwords successfully, then I think we need to take this option to enumerate plugins with more comprehensive way. And usually the value I will use the mixed. It means that you will use both passive and aggressive way to conduct such enumeration. Okay, so let's go back. Maybe I need to pause the video. All right, it takes me about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes to get the password for this user. I think we can copy this information because I want to note down such information to our notebook. So next, I think we need to log into the administrator's panel with these credentials. So what's the entry point for the administrator? Usually, even without any change, the entry point should be wp-admin, and the username is admin, and its password we can copy from notebook. Login, I think it's correct, and now we can check the the left columns, and because we can see here users section, it means that the current user is an administrator. And now, so what shall we do next? It's very clear. I've already demonstrated this a lot of times. We need to try to upload our web shell to the target. And there will be several possible ways, but here I'd like to, or I prefer to take the easiest way, which is to go to the appearance section and then go to editor and then locate 404 template file. We can remove the code entirely, and this should be replaced by our own web shell. And I've already got this shell ready, which you can get it from internet, such as Pentest Monkey website. After you download such a file, you need to change, for example, IP address of attacking machine. Also, if you like, you can change this port number. Okay, so now I've already prepared this web shell in advance. So now we can set up the listener on the, I need to copy this code, this block of code, PHP code. And we can copy selection and put in here in this window, and then we can click update file. We didn't get any error. If you get error, maybe we need to find some other ways to upload web shell. Okay. Next, we can go back to the terminal window to set up the listener by the netcat, waiting for collection from the target. So next, we need to use the browser to access 404 template page. However, where is this file is located? I always go to the home page, which is running WordPress, or the home page of the WordPress site. Okay, and now we can search WP content, and we can copy this URL to the name of the scene. Okay, so now we can copy and paste it over here, and then we can, we want to access the PHP 404.php file. Okay, and this file is located under this directory, the specific theme. Okay, theme. We can copy and we can press enter. It looks like it's working fine. Now, as you can see, we have already got the collection from the target. Fantastic. Although this shell is not very good, we can spawn interactive shell by Python. So we can check the version of Python. Python 2 is not there. How about Python 3? Python 3 is there. So we can import pty module and execute its method of spawn. And now we need to gather information to elevate our privilege, right? So let me define the term environment variable as well. We can extern. Then I can use command clear to, to clear up the screen. Then we can get a bigger space on the screen, right? So there is one normal user. So we can cd change directory to its home directory, but permission denied. So how about opt? Nothing here. var backups. Nothing here. I think if the target is running WordPress, in most cases, we need to check this configuration file. And we can get its database collection credentials. Okay, so we can copy and also can copy its password. Okay, now we can use this credential to connect to the MySQL database. MySQL, U, WordPress, and option of -P. And then we can provide the password. We can copy from notebook, paste in here. It works. So we can run show databases, and there are two databases. And this one is, of course, we want to look into. We can use WordPress because the first one is the default database of the MySQL. It contains schema, some kinds of schema. We can get structure. Of course, if we manually do SQL injection, this database is very useful. Okay, I've already demonstrated how to enumerate this database manually. Okay, and then we can show tables. And I think we need to take a look at this table, users table. We can dump its table from users, but just one entry in this table, admin and encrypted password. Although we have already got its clear text password, otherwise we cannot log in to the administrators panel of the WordPress. So nothing exciting we can get from the database. Next, maybe we can upload Nimpier shell script to do the automatic enumeration. I've already got this script ready, and in order to upload this script to the target, we can take the easiest way. At least I think this is the easiest way to set up web server on the Kali Linux. Now we can go back to the text shell to upload Nimpiers, and we need to make it executable, and we can run it. When we try to make lateral movement or privilege escalation, and also if the target machine is Linux, I think we need to rely on this power of Nimpier shell script to conduct automatic enumeration. Okay, it's done. Let's scroll up. We need to find, or we need to look for those vectors which can help us to elevate privilege or make lateral movement. A lot of output by this script. Interesting writable files owned by me or writable by everyone. Files with capabilities. But so far, nothing can be exploited. The WordPress files. During manual enumeration, we have already got this kind of information, right? The user names information, interfaces, active ports, cron jobs, processes, also some local exploits. But I'm not going to take this local exploits or kernel level exploits to elevate privilege. So how to do? I think I forgot one important technique, or I can call it weak, or weak password vulnerability. Weak password. So what I mean by weak password, for example, if no password or non-password, or use the username as password, and also the password reuse, okay, and also some very stupid and short password, okay. So this is, I call it weak password. So now let's test, because we have another user, Shenron. We can try to use username as password, but not working. So let's try to use another password. This password. We have already got several passwords, but this doesn't work either. So how about another password? This one. Okay, it does work. So let me clear the screen again. And now we can get or grab the user flag. And also below this file, we can note this network, because this is highlighted in red color. And this file has SUID bit. It means that maybe we can exploit this file to elevate privilege, but we don't know what this file is. We can use a file command to display its type, and this is 64-bit Linux executable. Let's run it. It looks like it's running netstat, right? Very similar to output of netstat. So can we use the strings network, but strings not found. So I think also ltrace. How about ltrace? Ltrace network. Oh, I think indeed, as you can see over here, we'll set UID as 0. 0 means root user. And then we'll call the function system. And this function, we will use this netstat as argument. And then indeed, this network is running netstat. But I think the vulnerability lies in its configuration. Netstat doesn't use absolute path. So how to do? We can create our own netstat. So how to do? We can navigate to temporary directory, temp directory, and we can create our own netstat, and we can change the mode. Of course, also we need to change the path variable. We need to embed, or we need to put current temp directory into the path. So then when we execute the network, and at the back end we'll run netstat, and the netstat will, sorry about this notification, we'll look for the netstat in the path variable, and because we put the temp in the first place, so then rather than go to the the system netstat to run, we'll will use or will execute the netstat under the temp directory. Okay, pass. So now how to do? We can run it. Network. Okay. No such a file. Oh, interesting. Go to, we can run it. As you can see, we have already become the root user, and then we can navigate to root directory. And then we can get the final flag without any issue. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.